What is that stuff with? Is that real? I ain't worried about material. I'm gonna be at the Mr. Olympia. Here is the team and location for the fight. Salute my boy Fitty for promoting and supporting me.
While Rich was in jail for that, and he took my head and like slammed it against the door jamb.
Wow.
My ear ripped, and getting the PMMA because started getting it in his shoulders and his triceps. Hey, like, what are you even doing with her? He uses drugs, he sells drugs, he abuses women, he manipulates people. Go out in the parking lot of Gold's Gym and have oral sex with the upstairs of Gold's Gym.
Our forearms are visually the same size. That should tell you that the rest of my body ain't artificial. Oh, you sound different. I use a different accent in every goddamn video.
Tu parles français?
Ouais.
Negro? Just say something, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that way works. Excuse me, sir, I would like to can you please talk to me? I'm from immigration.
I'm putting my voice in places where it didn't happen.
Ain't nobody dubbed your voice. Here is the proof from 2 camera angles.
Let's wrestle. Something. I just want to see if there's... So you don't want to fight?
No, I don't want to fight, dude.
Look, there's a guy in a suit, a white guy he's not there in the beginning, but then all of a sudden he appears later in the video. Well, later in the video was the beginning, because the video is all chopped up and edited.
Why is Yulan, the guy in the suit, was right in the beginning with you? A 5-year-old can call me out with his bodyguard.
King off with these muscles. I box you. Fight me. Come on.
Por el enfrentamiento. No.
Criminal copyright infringement will be investigated.
Give God the glory, gives him the victory. Oh wow, that's crazy. Yeah, you almost right. What is that? What is that? What is that stuff with? Hey, oh, what? Is that a muscle? Yeah, okay. Oh, what is that? No, that can't be real. That can't be real. What is it? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. What is that? Oh, stuff was real natural muscle. What is that? Is that real? Told you don't play with me. Okay. Looks real, huh? Looks real. What is that? What is that? What is that, my friend? Is that shirts? Muscle shirts. Real natural muscle stuffed with real natural muscles. Okay? Always stay strong. Always stay strong, people. Don't let nobody put you down. What is that? Okay. What is that? The treasure to the bone and make your enemies go home without steroids or supplements or any drugs. I'm a lifetime natural. Absolutely trust on that. Here is the team and location for the fight. September 17th in Las Vegas at the Mr. Olympia. No excuses, Richard. You and your whole team will be there. I will be there. The fight will happen right there at the UFC gym. No more talk. Confirm the fight on your channel. You will be punished for beating up women. Don't hide no more. Your thought. I'm sleeping. I never sleep though. Always train Piana. I told you already. Richard, I told you. I exposed you to the whole wide world. Everybody knows now that you scam artists and you beat up women. And I will knock you out or choke you out September 17th. You heard me? I ain't gotta brag about my car. I step on my cars. Salute my boy Fitty for promoting and supporting me. Salute, brother. I'm out. Give God the glory. He gives you the victory. You heard me? You should have known better. There is a reason why everybody is shh. I confronted the best and humbled the best fighters in the world, my friend.
I'll wait for you outside, motherfucker. Skinny motherfucker. Shh. You wanna fight Floyd? Pa! But you cheated on your wife. You punch me, fuck you, punch me then. Fuck you, I said fuck you. Let's go, fight. Let's fight both. I'll fight both of you skinny motherfuckers. Keep God first. I'm from immigration. Go, immigration, go.
Oh no!
Go, immigration. What you doing, my man?
What doing what?
Why are you pushing me?
You
Who are you?
you gotta keep them off.
You know who I am, though? Come outside. Come outside. You real man, come outside.
Oh no!
Heavyweight boxer Deontay Wilder is facing one felony count of domestic violence.
Wilder is regretting his decision. The woman had swollen eyebrows.
Roger Mayweather.
Chuck Liddell.
Mike Tyson.
Ain't nobody gonna disrespect me like that. Fuck me. I ain't gotta brag about my cars. I ain't gotta worry about no dents. You heard me? All the cars are 10 or 20 years old. You ain't got no more excuses. Everybody gonna be at the Mr. Olympia. Your whole team, your friends, your goons, everybody gonna be there. And stop bragging about your 10-year-old cars.
I just bought it 2 days ago. It's a Bentley Arnage, and it's completely stock.
The Bentley.
Bentley. Which year is that one?
Arnage, 2004.
That's a nice. Oh, that's an older one.
I'd want a Ghost. Yeah.
Really? Rolls Royce?
I'm not there yet. Can't afford.
I ain't gotta brag about my cars. You heard me? This is all material things. It's all metal. The point of car is just bring from point A to B. You heard me? Victory. You heard me? Better get ready, boy. I ain't worried about material things. It's gonna break or not. Oh, it's gonna break. You see, I don't care, my man. You heard me? Get ready, September 17th. Holla at me, boy. I don't care about material things. Get your popcorns ready. Y'all about to watch Piana's ex-wife, ex-girlfriend, ex-fiance. She will expose him for being a drug dealer, for being a scam artist, and for putting oil in his arm. And she's gonna prove it with pictures.
Yeah, hello, here's Nell.
Hi.
This is Amy, correct?
Yes, this is Amy.
Amy, how did you met Mr. Rich Piana?
I met Rich at Gold's Gym Hollywood
Mm-hmm.
in the year 2000.
Okay, and you told me that you've been with him for like almost 8 years. Is that correct?
Yes, we got together in 2003,
Mm-hmm.
stayed together in California until 2008, and then continued a long distance relationship
Profit muscle.
up until 2013.
Now, like everybody knows, he portrays himself like this nice guy in his videos, and but the pictures you showed me shows a total different side. I mean, he physically abused you, and uh, that's correct, right? I mean, the pictures you showed me obviously shows that it speaks abundance of rage.
Yeah, there was an incident in 2008. Before that particular incident actually prompted my dad to fly from Florida to come get me while Rich was in jail for that instance. we had gotten to, we were fighting all day, and he was running around the house, slamming kitchen cupboards, and drawers were coming out, cabinets were coming off track, doors were flying off the hinges, and he was running around grabbing knives, and we were running around the center console in the kitchen like he was chasing me. And prior to that, there had been a couple guns in the house, and I remember hiding them all, but I knew he had one in his car. And that night we were fighting like really bad, and I didn't want him to go out to the car to grab a gun or do something stupid. So I was in the doorway of by the front door, and he was trying to get out, go out to his car, and I didn't want him to go out. So I was like standing in the doorway, and he was grabbing and pulling and like throwing me around trying to get out that front door. And he took my head and like slammed it against the door jamb.
Wow.
Which I hit my head and I hit my ear ripped, and there was blood, and the neighbors heard us fighting and arguing and screaming and stuff. So they had called the police. But before the police came, Rich ran to, I think he went to his ex-wife's house, but the police ended up catching up with him there and arresting him. And I believe they charged him with mayhem because it was a permanent disfigurement of my ear. And then the next day, like I said, my dad came. He flew out to get me and moved me back home before Rich could get out of jail.
Yeah, I saw those pictures. They are horrible. Now, would you say it is due to roid rage?
Would I what?
Would you say it is caused due to steroids abuse, that he acted like that, roid rage?
I don't know if I could say that. I mean, he's been taking them since he's been 16 years old. I just think he cares about himself, and only he matters, and he has to get his way, and if he doesn't, he reacts. So it's probably a combination of just being narcissist.
Yeah, you told me that he needs 24 hours, attention all the time, and if you don't get it, I mean, you told me that if you don't get the attention that he wants, he will punish you. Is that correct? Like, I don't know if you want to elaborate on it, but you told me that, he actually also sexually abused you if you didn't give him the attention that he needed. That's correct, right?
Yes, Rich deserved or demanded attention 24/7. You had to be with him 24/7. You couldn't not be with him. You had to go to the gym with him. And in my instance, I didn't like going to the gym with him because I knew of his reputation with his ex-wife and with other girls that he would mess around with. So I didn't want to be that stupid girl that everybody was whispering about, saying, I can't believe how stupid she is. All this stuff is going on, and she's still staying with him. So I never used to want to go to the gym with him, and that was a huge problem with Rich because he always wanted, the girl to go to the gym with him, and I never wanted to work out with him or go to the gym with him. So it was a really big problem. So he would tell me, if you don't want to go to the gym with me, and if you don't want to spend time with me, I'll find somebody else who wants to go to the gym with me and spend time with me and work out with me. And he actually would follow up on this and find girls at the gym that paid him a lot of attention, that always flirted with him. He would actually go out in the parking lot of Gold's Gym and have oral sex with these girls. He would do it upstairs of Gold's Gym in the tanning bedroom.
While he was together with you, correct?
While I was together with him, yes. While we were living together.
Unbelievable. And
yeah, and it was always, if he left at the gym, at 5:30 in the morning, by the time he was in the driveway of the house, he would demand that, I would send him text messages telling him how much I missed him already. And all the way to the gym, I would have to text message him 2-3 hours, or every hour I would have to message him 2-3 times a day to let him know I was thinking about him, that I miss him, I can't wait for him to get home. I couldn't go to work. If I went to work, I had to be home by the time he got home from the gym, no questions asked. I couldn't talk to my family in Florida. I couldn't talk to friends. Couldn't go to my grandfather's funeral. He actually planned a cruise when my grandfather died to ensure that I wouldn't go home to his funeral. He made me go on a cruise instead and forbid me to go home to my grandfather's funeral. I absolutely had no life, no friends, except for him.
Well, that's probably why he broke up with Sarah too, because you know, she was basically his cameraman 24/7, and that's probably why he broke up, because he needed too much attention. You know, it just shows, what you are telling me. Because if you see the videos of him, and when Sarah doesn't film him correctly or the way he wants it to, he just gets mad, and you can just tell that he's a very controlling person.
Yeah, babe, shoot the road.
Yeah.
Shoot the road.
Oh.
Shoot the road. Let's see what this thing can do.
My camera person up and is gone, so how the fuck am I supposed to fucking film a video, goddammit? Think about it, people. I don't have a camera person. Right? So anyway, so me and Sarah are done, as you guys know.
And also you mentioned that he added several inches to his arms by putting PMMA into his arms. Is that correct? Can you please
That's correct.
Can you please go into details, like where he got him, and like, because you actually showed me pictures, you took pictures for him before the PMMA injections, and you measured his arms, shoulders, and back, so you could tell, and so you could see the gains from PMMA afterwards. Is that correct?
Profit muscle.
Yes, before he went for his first appointment, we measured his shoulders, his arms, his triceps, his like everything. We measured. And with the PMMA, you can't, like, your first session, it's not like an easy, right when you get it done, you could tell. It's a process where the PMMA has to expand and, like, grow in the body before you could actually see results.
Profit muscle.
And Rich thought, that it was going to be magic, where he would go and then the next day, he would see results, and that isn't how it works. So because he wasn't seeing results immediately, he started getting obsessed with going out to Mexico and getting the PMMA. Because he wasn't seeing results the next day, he would keep going until he was satisfied with the results. The doctor even actually had to tell him that he wasn't comfortable doing them anymore, because this is going to ruin his body, and he's doing it too much and too often. So when he finally started seeing the results he wanted in his arms and his biceps, he started getting it in his shoulders and his triceps and head to toe. I mean, he was going out to Tijuana every 2 weeks or so, dropping thousands of dollars. And I mean, you could see in the pictures, his arms have pretty much doubled.
Correct. I mean, it's just
And
oil.
one time when I, had told people on bodybuilding forum years ago, when we first broke up, he knew he wasn't going to get around it, that he did use it. So, he made the excuse that he used it once to fix, like, a torn bicep.
Exactly. Yes, I saw that video. He said, "Oh, I only used it one time, because I tore my left biceps."
And I have a little bit of a lump on the left bottom portion of my bicep. And the reason I have that was injecting PMMA, trying to fix a tear I had that couldn't be fixed any other way. There was nothing else I could do. That was my only option, and I chose that option.
But if you see his arms, I mean, he puts it everywhere. I mean, I saw the pictures you showed me, like you said. His arms are just now double the size before, and that's obviously due to these injections. Now, how did he found out about those, about PMMA? Who told him about that?
He knows a lot of people in the industry, as far as, like, working out and cosmetic stuff. I mean, even before the PMMA, he's had his cheeks done, his lips done, his Botox done, cheek implants, anything you could think of. He's always been very, I don't even know the word, but he had butt implants done by, I think it was like a transgender person that actually did it out of her home. So he knew of like a lot of underground ways to, you know, make your appearances look like he wants, I guess. I don't even know what you call it. I'm speechless.
Got my purse, by the way. I never show my purse on camera because I know you guys are gonna fucking talk shit.
So somehow through this underground industry, somebody told him, hey, there's this doctor in Tijuana that does this. And I think he lived in San Diego, but whatever it is, the PMMA wasn't FDA approved. So the doctor was doing it over in Tijuana. But someone in that underground industry told Rich about it.
You also told me
So
that.
he made his first appointment to go out there.
You also told, like you also said, he says 10% the truth of what he's doing and 90% of what he's really doing, he's hiding. And the youth is getting brainwashed by this guy. And this is just unbelievable to me. And you also mentioned then that his ex-wife was a transgender or something. You were indicating something like she was doing work on her.
Well, I always would say, like, what are you even doing with her? She's like 15 years older than him. And I mean, she looks exactly like him, but supposedly a girl version. And she's constantly always getting work and plastic surgeries done too on her private parts. And it's just weird. And she's always going to be in his life, which is also a problem. When I was with Rich, because she, you know, would always call him, wouldn't accept the fact that they weren't together anymore. It was always like a huge thorn in the relationship. Anytime we went out of town, she would find out and call him and barricade herself up in a hotel room and say she was going to kill herself. And I don't know. I don't know if it's a problem in other relationships that he had with her always being in the picture, but it's to my understanding that she runs the 5% company actually out here in Florida. So she's still involved, and she's always gonna be involved.
I'm thinking about getting a place in Florida. I'm probably gonna keep my place here, back and forth, because my warehouse is in Clearwater.
Yeah, because actually, when you look at Rich's videos, when he sells food, like he has like a food company, and in one of his videos he says, "Oh, I have goulash here. I don't even know what it is, but I heard it's very good, but I don't know really what it is." So that just shows that the company is run by somebody else, you know, because he doesn't even have no clue, you know.
I know.
Pasta beef and some kind of sauce. It's good as fuck. I never had it before. Never heard of goulash. That shit is good as fuck. Anyone out there that knows what the fuck goulash is, if you've heard of goulash, then fucking, you know, comment on my Instagram and tell me what the fuck it is, where it came from, because I have no fucking idea. But all I gotta say is it's some good ass shit. Dante, thank you, my man. This shit is good. Never heard of this shit, but it's good.
People who ship the product or have nothing to do with Rich. He's just the name of the product, saying, "Oh, he takes this." You know, so like, and I don't even know if he came up with the ingredients.
And he is very simple. Like the whole time he was married to his ex-wife, I mean, she paid the bills, she made his lunch, she did everything. And I always would say, like, I don't even think Rich knows how to write a check.
I have to go get money for the deposit, which is gonna be a fucking cashier's check, I believe, or a personal check or some bullshit, some kind of check. And then I gotta pull out a fucking shitload of fucking money because my credit is fucked.
That's how, like, it's been. Like, everybody's always done stuff for him his whole entire life. So he's clueless, he's uneducated, he has absolutely no idea what is going on in the world. The only thing he cares about is his workout stuff and his famous line. Like, anytime I would always go to talk about anything else, even about how my day was, he would say, unless we're talking about me, like, it doesn't really matter, this is a waste of time. I don't care how your day was, I don't care what's going on with this person or that person, I don't care, you know, if you talk to your mom today. And
Profit muscle.
for as long as we were together, to this day, I don't think, if you asked him what college I went to, I don't think he knows, because it was just always about him.
I got one ice cream left now. Fuck.
I asked you if you wanted more ice cream, and you said no.
Well, I still got one more. So, and you know what it is? It's fucking shitty ass Cherry Garcia.
Exactly.
He knew nothing about me or my family or my likes, my dislikes. He knows nothing.
But he gets mad when you don't watch Planet of Apes.
Yes, that was his big thing, is he was in Planet of the Apes, and I told him I never saw it, and he was so mad at me for not showing interest in movies that he was in. And so finally I said, oh, let's watch it. And he said no, because I was only doing it, because he was upset about it. And he would also demand that I knew every bodybuilding show he was in and how he placed. And if I didn't know, or if I got it wrong, we would break up over it. He would be so upset.
Now, speaking of movies, it's actually funny because he pretends that he got all his money from movies, Planet of Apes. He supposedly made over 300,000 with his commercials. He made over 2 million. I don't think it's accurate.
Planet of the Apes, where I was on that movie for 9 months straight. I probably made close to 300,000 on that movie. I also did the stunts for the Black Army Guerrillas. A lot of the stunts, most of the stunts. Now the funny thing is I wasn't a stuntman.
Huh? I mean,
I don't think it is either. I mean, I wasn't in his life when he did Planet of the Apes. That was when he was married, but he did tell me that when he got paid for any of that, he put it toward the house in Northridge.
My first house I bought, my second house I bought was in Northridge,
which I think was around 500,000 maybe. And I know they still had a mortgage on it, so whatever they put down, if that was money, from his movies or commercials, that's where he told me it went. And I would be around, getting the mail and stuff when he would get residual checks for stuff that was still playing. And I mean, the checks were like $200-300, which he never even cashed because he didn't know how to go to the bank and endorse a check within a certain time period before the check was null and void. So a lot of those checks didn't even get cashed.
Now he pretends that he knows about everything. Oh, I made millions of dollars with Intel, with the stock market, but
Intel, right? That was one of my big money makers, was Intel.
It's what you told me sounds totally different. Could you please elaborate on it, please? With the client, he said.
Yes. He used to train this client that was a stockbroker, so he used to give Rich tips on the stock market. So my experience with Rich in the stock market was, I think he got a check for like $8,000 or $10,000 from his grandmother, or that passed away.
This is basically what my grandma and grandfather did. And, they passed away, but when they passed away, they had accumulated over 20 properties.
And Rich opened up an E-Trade account for stocks and thought he would take his client's advice with these so-called tips. And my experience with him is within a matter of hours, all that money was gone because he lost it. So, and all the time I spent with him, he had zero luck in the stock market. And I remember his ex-wife also told me that he lost all the money when he tried it, back before him and I were together, that he lost it all within a matter of hours or less.
Right.
So to my knowledge, and for as long as I've known him, he had zero success in the stock market or with his properties in Texas that he claims to make money off of.
I took that fucking tip and I went there with, $600,000 and I ended up buying 2 triplexes and 3 houses, believe it or not.
People will attempt to bury a lie in a sentence by overemphasizing.
Exactly, because he mentioned in his videos that he has 2 duplexes and 3 houses that he bought in Texas, and he made tons of money, and he's saying that everybody should go into the real estate business. So that's not true, because they are foreclosed, right?
That's right. When I was with him, when he left his wife, he gave the wife the house. to continue making payments on.
Mm-hmm.
And she stopped making payments. And after I moved back to Florida, after the incident where Rich went to jail, when I moved back to Florida, he moved back into the Northridge house
Mm-hmm.
that his wife hadn't been paying on. And the wife moved out, and Rich was now staying in the Northridge house. And he continued not to pay on the Northridge house for at least 4 years. So not only did the Northridge house get foreclosed on, his Texas properties got foreclosed on even before the Northridge house. And even, you know, when he was making payments on them with the rent and the house or the duplex payment, he was only making maybe $200 a month off those properties, but very quickly they all foreclosed on.
So what it really comes down to is that all the money that he's really obtained is through drug dealing, because that's what I was reading in your articles, and that's what really made me contacting you, because a drug dealer can't be a role model for these young kids, and this is unbelievable to me. If you can go into details with the drug dealing stuff, because this is really bothering me.
Well, now he has his company now, so obviously that is making money for him. But when I was with him for all those years, I mean, he had maybe 3 clients at Gold's Gym Hollywood that he would charge $50 an hour to train them. But the majority, I mean, almost all of his business came from the other source,
Mm-hmm.
which you just mentioned, and that has been going on for quite some time now. I don't think it'll ever stop.
Mm-hmm. Now he also mentioned that he buys drugs, steroids, you know, for his training partners, but he don't charge any money from that, and he only whatever he pays for it, that's what he asks for. So that's totally incorrect. So what he's doing is when he goes to Mexico, did you know that he might, you know, bought drugs over there in Mexico, which he sold to fighters, to bodybuilders, to athletes.
I buy my workout partner a bottle of test, I give it to him, and you know, he pays me what I paid. I'm not making any money, you know, I'm doing a favor for a friend. But that is a fucking drug dealer. I have now became a drug dealer. You know, if they got a hold of my personal stash and that went to court, I would legally, they would say you are a drug dealer.
Like, was he a big time?
He actually doesn't get the stuff in Mexico. He has somebody right there in California that actually gets all the powders and all the supplies from some other country.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy then makes all the stuff, bottles all the stuff, labels all the stuff. So he has, you know, his own person that makes all this stuff.
No, but I'm saying back in the days when he was, you know, heavy in the drug game, was he like was he a big time drug dealer?
I would say, I mean, everybody
I know it's
who went to the gym within a 20-mile radius knew that he was the one to go to
Mm-hmm.
for that stuff.
What is really funny to me that even like, you know, Serostim is growth hormone, and it's illegal unless you get it unless you get it from a doctor. Now he just goes, you know, in his videos he just shows it. Oh, here is my, you know, my growth hormone, which I got you know, not from a doctor.
But currently, I'm not being prescribed. You know, that knowledge out there that I'm taking growth hormone is not a very good situation, as everyone knows. So it's mandatory that I have nothing in my house, you know, in case anybody wanted to come check that out. I got my Serostim. It's Serostim time. Good morning. So I got my BCAAs, my Serostim.
And to me it's unbelievable that he basically is luring youngsters to follow his criminal past, and also that the police is not doing anything about it. It's just unbelievable to me, because he basically is showing his illegal act just online, and that's just unbelievable, And now he always portrays himself like this hardcore gangster, like he got stabbed, he got shot. Is there any truth to it?
Oh, let me stop you 1 second so I could touch on what you just said before we get into a new topic.
Okay.
The growth hormone that he gets,
Mhm.
like, he knows a lot of people from Gold's Gym Hollywood, which is predominantly, gay men. And he knows all, the gay people with HIV that get their growth hormone from the doctors. And these people, who are sick that need it are also broke and they don't have a whole lot of money. So as soon as they get their year's supply of growth hormone or X amount of months, they call Rich and he buys all of it from them. And that's how he gets the growth hormone. He has several people that when they get their supply, turn around and sell it to Rich because they'd rather have the money than the drugs, even though they need it. And it also amazes me that a red flag wouldn't go up because he would have at least 20 people coming over to the house every day, like traffic constantly at the house. Or, you would think, why aren't the neighbors scratching their head and thinking, what the heck is going on here? Because it was so obvious. And it's just sad because these kids that look up to him, they think, oh, if I just, eat his food and drink his shakes and do this workout, I'll be him one day. And it's so far-fetched. These kids are never going to look like him unless they do the amount of drugs that he does.
Serosim is prescribed for HIV, and a lot of the guys that are prescribed growth hormone, they don't take the growth hormone because they can sell it for money and, a decent amount of money. So Serosim goes for between $400 and $600 a kit. So do the math there. 6 times 4 is $2,400. So, I was paying probably around $2,000 a month for my growth hormone. But if I was going through a doctor and getting it prescribed, again, it would be $8,000 a month.
Or PMMA.
Yes, injections have absolutely no life, only care about the gym. I mean, I watch his videos. Sometimes people say, oh, did you see this? Because I try to not even look. And it's like, what is he doing? He's making a shake, going to the gym. Then he's drinking his aftershake. Then he's going to get food. And then he's sitting down eating ice cream. And people say, oh, he's so great. He's so down to earth. He's so this, he's so that. And it's like,
profit muscle.
There's no substance at all with him. I just don't see how people look up to him.
Well, because he's...
Oh, and all of his Gucci stuff and all this name brand stuff isn't even Gucci. He goes on this website where they have knockoff stuff and buys all this stuff. And I know he's always said, oh, look at, I'm wearing my Gucci shoes and my Gucci belt to the gym and Gucci this, Gucci that. Like, when I was with him, he was buying it off this cheap knockoff website.
And then I got these Gucci's, and these fucking match perfectly. I got fucking about 20 more belts, and I've already bought about probably 6 more watches that are all better. I mean, look at that shit.
What you told me that his mom, she's very poor, and she asked him for like $200, and he totally ignored her. And that's just unbelievable. Like, how can you deny your mother like that?
I know, his mom is very nice. I'm still actually close with her, and she doesn't have a whole lot of money, doesn't ask for anything. She raised him, the best she could, being a single working mom with 2 other kids, and, she's never asked for anything from him. And you would just think, now that he's making money, that he would throw her a bone and say, or a Christmas gift. I mean, he doesn't send her Christmas cards, Mother's Day cards. He's completely shut off from her. And
yeah, because he only cares about himself. That's the only thing that
Bring money to me.
matters. I mean, how can a man, to me it's unbelievable, like how can a man basically put so much emphasis on his outside look and just spends thousands and thousands of dollars to change his look. Like, I mean, he must, like, this is like he to me this is unbelievable. Like, this is crazy. This is completely crazy, to see that. And now he also portrays himself like this hardcore gangster, like, I got stabbed, I got shot, and where you know
I was shot at many times, not many times, twice, but fuck, being shot at, that's fucking, any times more than once is many times in my book.
and where I come from,
But in my neighborhood, you start shit, someone's gonna get fucked up.
I found out that he comes from Glendale. He was born in Glendale, and I think he grew up in South Sac, like he says, and Sacramento. And to me, those are not hardcore gangster hoods like Compton or those
No,
places.
absolutely not. And
I was raised in South Sac. I was born in Glendale.
someone directed me to a video where it says he's been shot at, stabbed, this, that. No, unless it's happened since 2013, that's completely false. He's never even been in a fight in his whole entire life. And a couple times when people, have challenged him or actually stood up to him, he actually backs down.
So you don't want to fight? No, I don't want to fight, dude.
Because, I don't think he could fight either, but no way is he any kind of gangster or
Profit muscle.
I could see him having, being so big so just people don't mess with him. Probably just used to intimidating people by just his appearance. But never been shot at, never been stabbed, never been in a fight.
Well, there is nothing to glamorize about being a gangster, but what really bothers me, because when actually real men challenge him to a fight, he backs down, but he's really brave to beat up his ex-girlfriend, you, Amy, and he also recently slapped a disabled person. I don't know if you heard about that, but like the pictures you showed me, like, this is just unbelievable. Like, this is just crazy. How long was he in jail for it, actually?
But not only beat the shit out of them, we fucking robbed their truck. We took both their wallets. They found 2 knives. We found all kinds of shit.
You feel me?
I think it was just 24 hours, and then since I moved to Florida, I wasn't willing to go back and have a trial and stuff, and then I think he was really nervous about the outcome because of the pictures and stuff, so he started schmoozing me again. Like I said, we ended up getting back together, and we had a long-distance relationship for a few years after that.
Profit muscle.
So I don't know if anything actually came out of that when he got arrested, but I know I wasn't going back there for a trial or anything.
Now, is it right that if you in the morning didn't do his oatmeal and shakes, he would physically beat you up or punish you in some kind of way? Is that correct?
Well, that was just my duty every morning, to do his shake and do his oatmeal, and I never missed doing it. It was just ritual for me, so I never
Profit muscle.
I never missed. It was just, I knew when he got up, whether I had to get up or not, I was getting up to do a shake and oatmeal. It never got violent because of the shake or the oatmeal. I just always made it for him.
Yeah, to me this and he always put his girls, like you told me, on birth control because, probably because he took so much steroids that his private parts doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, he forbid any girl he was with, they could not be on the pill, and that was a requirement.
And why was that for? Like, what was his purpose? Obviously,
because he took so many steroids that he didn't think he was capable of getting anybody pregnant. So why should a girl be on the pill unless, of course, she was cheating on him? And that was his mentality. You don't have to be on the pill if you are. Like, you must be taking the pill for some other guy because
Profit muscle.
He couldn't get a girl pregnant because of all the steroids that he took.
Right. And he probably took more than just steroid. Yet I mean, did he also took Synthol?
Synthol?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think synthol is like the PMMA, just it's oil that disappears,
Mm-hmm.
whereas PMMA is permanent. I don't think he ever did synthol. The synthol may have been what he did to fix that torn bicep.
Mm-hmm.
But the PMMA is much better because it's permanent and settles better in the body.
Now, did you actually injected it into his? No, actually, you went to a doctor. You told me for the PMMA, right?
Yeah, he went to a doctor in Tijuana, Mexico.
Now, what about the steroids? Did he told you or forced you even to put it for you to put it to inject it into him, or he did it by himself?
Profit muscle.
He did it himself.
Okay. Let me see if we can touch on any. Is there anything else you would like to tell the young viewers about him, because they all have this wrong perception of him being this nice and honest guy? Is there anything else you would like to, if in your own words, what would you say?
I would say find a different role model, somebody that actually has goals and aspirations. I mean, there's more to life than working out. I mean, working out is fine, but to have your whole entire life based around this, working out and doing steroids and trying to get big, first of all, it's not going to happen unless you have a lot of money
Mm-hmm.
put into yourself. I mean, Rich was, every time he went to Tijuana, he was spending between $5,000 and $7,000 a week or every 2 weeks with the PMMA.
It's extremely expensive. You know, it's around $28, $30 a cc. And 1 cc is nothing. You put 30 cc somewhere and you're not going to notice much. So it's very costly.
And he went a lot, and he's been a lot after me. I don't know what he's done after him and I broke up,
Mm-hmm.
but there's no way any of these kids are
Profit muscle.
going to be able to look like him without the PMMA and without the drugs. And Rich's health isn't in the best, because when him and I were together toward the end, he had to go to the ER
Mm-hmm.
because his stomach hurt so bad, and he had tests done, and he actually has cirrhosis of the liver. His kidneys aren't good, and back then, years ago, he was supposed to follow up and start getting treatment, you know, to help with his liver and kidneys, and he never did because he didn't have health insurance and just didn't want to be faced with the fact that he's not in good health. He's just doesn't want to admit it, so he never does anything about it. So, and he's been doing this since he's been 16 years old, and it's going to catch up with him, and he's not going to live to be past 50.
I have my liver checked, and there's been times when, yeah, my enzymes have been high. And, you know, I got to do what I can to bring them back down and stay off for a while. And if you're not man enough to put a needle in your ass, you're not man enough to take steroids. You know what I'm saying? Steroids should not be illegal.
So it's not all glitz and glamour. And I would just recommend another role model, because, I mean, just the sheer fact that he has no other life besides the gym when he goes on vacations. The gym and his videos
Profit muscle.
are what he's worried about completing whenever he leaves the house. It's, I don't know, it's not normal. It's an excessive behavior, and it's, I don't know, not normal.
So is he really this guy in these videos, like, recently with his Bigger by the Days? Is he this guy just wakes up in the morning, eats his Ben and Jerry's, and goes to the gym, and is this really this guy, or is he like, oh, let's I don't know, I'm gonna act nice in front of the camera so I can fool my fans, but in reality I just want to get, the only thing I care about is to get money. What do you think?
Yeah, and he's made comments before, like, these kids are so stupid, they'll believe anything you tell them, you know, so he'll say whatever he needs to say in the video. But, I mean, he really has no personality.
Yeah, good to meet you. Awesome, you too. Love the Big Red Mix.
Oh, thanks, man.
But now it's
Fun
back
shit.
off with it, right? You must say we got a choice. My photographer. You seem a little bit kind of out of it.
At all. So it is kind of what you see is what you get. He gets up in the morning, he makes the shake, he
Profit muscle.
works out, he goes to eat. I mean, it's like Groundhog Day. It's like the same thing every day, never off script, just always the same. And I don't know anybody or any girl that could keep up with that because it's all about him and never about her.
Yeah, babe, shoot the road.
Yeah.
Shoot the road.
Oh.
Shoot the road.
I mean, the only time he's really paying attention or into you is, you know, when you're intimate having sex. Other than that, it's all about him. And also, I couldn't talk to anybody at the gym. I actually had to warn my friends that I had for years before I was with Rich. I, you know, had a couple friends out there. I actually had to tell these people, I'm not allowed to say hello to you in the gym anymore because Rich gets pissed.
Wow.
And it's a big thing. We end up breaking up. And so, like, I completely had to cut everybody off. And I don't know, he's got no personality at all. He just had me so brainwashed and detached from the world. And he had me shut off from friends, family, from my job. So, you know, people always say, why didn't you just move out or do this? It's like I was stuck with them when I was living with them. I had absolutely nowhere to go. But I say this now, when we first broke up, I was a mess for a couple years. But now I could honestly say it was the worst 8 years of my life, and I wasted 8 years of my life. And finally now I can look back and laugh about it. Like, I care nothing about him. He doesn't cross my mind at all unless, you know, once in a while somebody will say, did you see this or did you see that? Like, if people contact me, but I just try to, I don't even think about him anymore. It's
Profit muscle.
big mistake of my life.
Now, would you say that he has two faces? Because to me, he comes like across like a guy, like when he sees somebody that he can take advantage of it, that he can use it for. Like, for example, you told me when you first met him, he asked you, oh no, you mentioned to him that you go a lot of times to Mexico due to your animal projects, like you help animals. And when he found out about that, that's when he got really you know that he wanted to come with you to Mexico. And like, what I'm trying to say is, like, in the beginning of your relationship, was he a different person since he could use you, and then later on he changed after he got.
Yeah, he was. He was a lot more friendly, and you could talk about other things other than him in the very beginning. Like, when I was going out to Mexico to rescue that lion, after he hadn't seen me in a while, he's like, oh, where have you been? I'm like, oh, I was in Mexico. You know, there's this lion that I'm trying to rescue into the United States. And he actually would say, oh, you know, what's going on? What's wrong with him? Where's he at? What's the situation? Acting, you know, like he is an animal lover. I do have to say that. But, you know, he would act like he was interested in what I was doing over in Mexico, whereas when we were together for a while, I mean, I couldn't talk about any of that. I actually had to stop animal activism altogether when I was with him because I couldn't be out of his sight to even do activism work. So when I said, oh, I've been going to Mexico, he's like, oh, you know, next time you go, can you bring me back some Cytomel and clenbuterol? So that's how him and I actually started talking. And then after that, I don't know if he liked me and he was just trying to find reasons to talk to me. But from there, he said, hey, I don't want to keep, you know, my stash of stuff at my house. If I pay you, can I keep all my stuff at your house? I'll give you, you know, $600 a month or whatever it was, which is weird because since he's been 18, he's kept his stuff at his house. So why now all of a sudden does he want to keep it at my house? Like, it didn't make sense other than, you know, he was trying to see me more often or talk to me. So then I let him do that. And then after me and my boyfriend broke up, him and I got together when he was, in fact, still married.
Profit muscle.
Now, what would you say makes a man to go this far to change his looks? Like, I call it bigorexia. I mean, what would you say drives a man to go that far to change his, like, did he get abused when he was a kid? Like, I mean, it makes no sense to me at all. Like, why would a
I
man?
think it's body dysmorphia. And his mother used to compete. She was all natural, though. She's actually beautiful. She used to compete. And when Rich was growing up, when he was little, like 6, 7 years old, his mom used to bring him to the gym with her. So I think it started at a very young age, like this perception of muscles and bodybuilding. And it's just, nothing's good enough for him. He's got to keep getting bigger and changing stuff. And
So it's basically, his parents kind of he got us, like, he got basically, he comes from a bodybuilding family, and that's probably what caused it.
yeah, I would say so, most definitely.
Yeah, but
and most of the time, that should be a healthy thing when you're young, growing up. Eat healthy, work out, stay in shape. But I don't know, he must have had a switch go off in his brain, because I know that wasn't his mother's intention. So something happened
Profit muscle.
with him. Plus, he started personal training when he was young, and so it was probably a combination of everything.
Well, to me, Rich looks like a very, very sneaky guy. Like, he laughs in your face, but what he already planned something for you. If you kind of understand what I'm saying, like,
Yeah, you are. Ready?
he like, he is a very, very sneaky guy, like, and a big time liar, because he lies so much in his videos, which is unbelievable, in terms of how he got his money, in terms of where he comes from, in terms of getting shot, getting stabbed, in terms of in terms of everything he says is a lie. Everything he says is a lie. There is no truth to this guy, and people just.
Well, he probably thinks nobody's going to find out, or nobody's going to dare question him. That was one of the things when we were together. I was probably the only girl that ever disagreed with him, ever called him out on stuff, ever argued with him, and it was a constant fight. That I would, talk back, I would argue, I would correct him, and that was a huge problem. His mentality was, if I make a mistake, or if I say something's red and it's really blue, don't correct me, just go along with it. And that was always a huge thing. If I made a left-hand turn and I, by accident, say I made a right-hand turn, don't correct me and say, no, it was left. Just go along with it and don't correct me. Go along with everything I say. So I think he doesn't think anybody will question him or find out, or if they knew the truth, he probably just assumes nobody would call him out because he's so big and scary. But he knew from the get-go that
Profit muscle.
he didn't intimidate me, and I'm not afraid of him, and there's nothing he could do to me that would intimidate me, and that was always a problem in our relationship too.
Yeah. Right. I mean, well, I don't know if you want to talk about that, but probably the confidence you got. I mean, you yourself works in the criminal field. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So probably, he knew that, that the rules, the law, because most people, they don't, and that's why, he basically, did whatever he wanted to with no repercussions. But also, like, did you actually seen there is a video going around, like, of this guy, Prophet Muscle, who challenged Rich and he backed down. Did you saw that video by any chance?
Yeah, I saw that a while ago, and
Yeah. So let's see. Let's wrestle. Something. I just want to see if there's.
that was one of the times somebody had messaged me and say, have you seen this? And someone directed me to the link. So yeah, I saw that, and that was a big deal. And then all of a sudden there was going to be a fight, and
Profit muscle.
yeah, I don't think Rich will ever fight. Oh, and then it's always funny whenever somebody threatens Rich or something comes up like this, the very next day, you'll see all of a sudden he's training at the gym all of a sudden. He's doing MMA and he's kicking the bag and he's punching, or he's at the gun range shooting. Like, whenever anything like that happens, he switches back to, I'm the immediate tough guy and I could fight and I've got guns and I've got these mean pit bulls, and he's so predictable, it's laughable.
Yeah, it's unbelievable to me, but
And let me also say, when Rich and I first broke up, he was cheating on me, and like it was very ugly. So
Profit muscle.
I was angry, and I went on, all the bodybuilding boards and stuff, and I, told some of the truth about my experience with him. I didn't tell the whole story, but I told a lot of it, because I was angry and I was venting. And shortly thereafter, because it was getting a lot of responses and a lot of traffic on those boards, shortly thereafter, I had received an email from his ex-wife saying, basically threatening me if I didn't take all those posts down off the forum, that she was going to write a blog about me and, say this, that, and tell things that weren't the truth. She was kind of like blackmailing me. If I didn't take the threads down, she was going to do this and say this about me. And again, like, I wasn't going to budge, and I wasn't going to listen to her, let them intimidate me. So she had put
Profit muscle.
some blog out about me years ago that was completely untrue. It was just a retaliation for me posting on all those boards.
did he
Because whenever people mention me, people are always like, "Oh, but look at this blog was written about her," and I'm like, "That was written by his ex-wife who blackmailed me. If I didn't take stuff off the board, she was going to publish this." So
now I can tell you that oh, did he ever threaten you like, oh, if you're gonna do this, or even after you got separated, did he ever threatened you like, oh, if you're gonna say this about me, I'm gonna do this to you, or.
no, just his ex-wife did that and wrote, some mean stuff about me, but no, he didn't.
So
say anything.
Well,
I think he is the one that put the ex-wife up to it and had her handle the dirty work, because he knows I have so much dirt on him. He didn't really want it to be coming from him, so he had her do it.
That's exactly what
try to discredit me.
That's exactly what I was thinking, because, like you said, you mentioned she's running the company in Florida, right?
Yeah.
People who email people who take care of the customer service, people who ship the product, or have nothing to do with Rich. He's just the name of the product.
Yeah, so obviously they still, Yeah, I mean, this guy is this is just unbelievable to me. Like, if somebody, what really bothers me that he picks on, like, when he saw this disabled person, the evil laugh, like he was like, oh, now I found the right, person to show my power. But if somebody,
I know.
Yeah, you ready? But if somebody who actually, like, did you see that evil laugh right before he was slapping the guy?
I know.
But
and he turned that around fast too. Everybody was so mad. So what does he do? He gets in touch with the guy and makes friends with him to make it all go away.
I can promise.
Like, he's such a manipulator.
What if? Yeah, I'll be ready.
I can promise you one thing, that I've been in contact with this Prophet Muscle guy, and he found the right one. This is the only thing what I can tell you, because because this guy will not let this guy, Rich found the right one.
I don't care.
And something will happen there. I don't know if the fight
Yeah.
something will happen there. Believe me, something will happen there. And to me, see, everything he's done to you, to all the people he, basically, brainwashed, and everybody that he basically effed over, right?
Yeah.
It comes back to him, and
Profit
it
muscle.
starts coming back to him because the video that I saw, that this guy, this Prophet Muscle guy did on him. I mean, normally he doesn't respond back to people, but he actually responded back because there was so much truth to it.
Mr. Prophet Muscle, I accept your challenge.
Rich Piana has put 2 videos out now, so it must be he really hurt his feelings, and he did hurt his feelings. That edited video that Prophet Muscle put out was a very, very convincing video that Rich Piana is a bad guy. It really, really can impact his name.
And finally the truth is coming out, and what I always say, what is done in the dark will comes, soon to the light, and it starts coming back. And I'm sure with this interview right now, because you lived with this guy for actually 8 years, this is almost a decade. I mean,
Profit muscle.
people will finally, I mean, there is a saying, men, women lie, pictures don't lie, and the pictures you
I know. And
right?
even if people say, oh, Amy, she's just a mad ex-girlfriend that's telling lies, I mean, you could only tell so many lies. After a while, you got to say, maybe she is telling the truth. I mean, you can't even make the stuff up if you tried.
No, because this is actually, I know 100% you're telling the truth, because once you mentioned, like, he got, the growth hormone from the HIV people that he knows. He actually indicated in one of his videos, he said, oh yeah, people can get, growth hormone, from people, who got HIV, and they get it, normally it costs $8,000, but the people, who got HIV and get it from the doctor, they just sell it for $2,000. So I know now.
Rich would actually get it for between $600 and $800, and then he would turn around and make a profit out of it, just depending on which HIV guy was selling it. But he never paid more than $800 for it, and then he would turn around and sell it for $1,200.
Serosim is prescribed for HIV, and a lot of the guys that are prescribed growth hormone, they don't take the growth hormone because they can sell it for money, and a decent amount of money. So Serosim goes for between $400 and $600 a kit. So do the math there. 6 times 4 is $2,400. So, I was paying probably around $2,000 a month for my growth hormone. But if I was going through a doctor and getting it prescribed, again, it would be $8,000 a month.
Now, to me, what is mind-blowing, that with all those, with him basically on camera telling what he's doing, that the police never did anything. Like, this is just, like, the proof is in the pudding, and like, everybody can see what is going on, and the police just don't do anything about it. And this is just crazy to
I know,
me.
and there's been so many times that he's, been in the car on his way to the gym where his whole entire bag is filled with brown paper bags with, people's name on it for, different orders, and his whole entire bag is just filled with stuff, and he'd get pulled over. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is going to be the end of it. And you would think just because of how he looks, the police would find something, like to search his car or something, but he always
But Amy, let me,
dodges a
sorry,
bullet.
sorry that I interrupt you, but here comes the part of Rich Piana. He knows exactly how to talk to people, and the way he talks to the police officers, right? The way he talks to them. he kind of, the police officers actually like want to take pictures with him because he's
I
so,
know.
because Amy, I know, see Amy, I might never lived with this guy Piana, but if I see a person, I can tell exactly, who he really is. And he's so extremely good into manipulating people's brains that instead of the police officers arresting him, they actually take pictures with him.
Fucking cop over here on my left, god damn it. Fuck, I hate that shit. About 10 minutes ago, babe.
Yeah?
What's that? No, we just left the gym. We heard that there's something going on, but yeah. But the employee.
I know.
And that's the kind of person he is. But he is to a certain degree. He's actually very, very smart.
Yeah.
He knows how to act with certain type of people. Like, for example, like if it was a physically a less stronger person, he abuses his power like he did on you, like he did on this disabled person. Ready? But when somebody like stronger, approached him, he was like, oh no, I don't want to fight. Oh no.
Let's see. Let's wrestle. Something. I just want to see if there's.
But in his prior videos, he was like, oh, meet me at the parking lot, and I will show you what time it is.
Like I tell people, is what the fuck you can do in the parking lot if someone has a problem with you. Fuck these ways.
And when actually somebody stepped up to him in a parking lot, he dropped his, excuse me, balls,
So you don't want to fight? No, I don't want to fight, dude.
We got a problem? Put your hands up. Let's solve the problem.
And
yeah.
So that's exactly what it is. All these steroids, all these eyeliners, tattoos, these are all, he uses that to intimidate.
Contacts, lips, teeth, butt implants. I mean, what guy even thinks about stuff like that?
Botox, and the way he talks, the way I come from this hood and blah, 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 because he was born in Glendale, gangster.
I was raised in South Sac. I was born in Glendale.
No, he's definitely not gangster. Definitely not.
And
he'll try to be. He'll switch. He'll be a gangster one day, like he's playing dress up. Then one day he'll be a biker. Then one day it'll look like he just got an outfit from Hot Topic and is wearing his spikes and his skull rings, and I don't know. He just tries to. I'm not sure he knows what the heck he wants.
Yes, this is unbelievable, this is just and the way he's sometimes a biker, sometimes a gangster. In front of a camera, he's a gangster, but when the police officer stops him, he sure ain't no gangster no more.
I know.
He's a clown to me. He's really a clown and a scam artist, and using people to the fullest just to get his just to obtain his goals. The only reason, like he says, whatever it takes. So if he has to F over people.
700, that's Cheesecake Factory. I should have answered.
In your face.
God damn it, I should have answered. Should I call back and say, I was told that you guys would not let me in if I got there at 11. So I got there at 11:01. And the girl was so adamant that she would not let me in that I just left because she said she would not let me in no matter what.
Yeah. If he has to, F over people's feelings, like what he did with you, like if you don't come to the gym with me, I'm gonna sleep with somebody else. I mean, to me, this is just...
his exact words are, if you don't come with me, I'll find somebody else. There's plenty of girls there that want to work out with me and want to hang out with me, and he would find these girls and take them to the tanning bedroom, take them to his car.
This is unbelievable.
And then I would catch him and be so upset about it, and then he would just have me convinced that it's my fault and that he warned me. So
Leah, like he brainwashed everybody, like he brainwashed people with that disabled person, with this other guy who approached him. He's very good at manipulating people's brain, minds, with his talk, and he's a snake. He is really a snake, because only a snake is like that, who basically has two faces, and that's the kind of person it is. And I hope with this interview, people will finally, see, because they will see the pictures you showed me. I will show them, right? You gave me the permission, so I will show them I will show them the pictures of what he did to you. And I mean, if a man, like, to me, like, is the lowest specimen on the planet, if you put your hands on a girl, on a female, like, this is the lowest thing you can do, and this is just unbelievable to me. And I hope people will finally realize that this guy Rich Piana is not a good person, because you can't be a good person if you sell drugs. There
I
is
know.
that you can't be. There is, I mean, because his whole route is basically all the money he did, because he even said it in his videos, like, oh yeah, I bought, for this and that guy, because he needed it. I mean, what kind of person? I mean, how can you be, like, I'm talking right now to the youth right now, like, how can you have him as a role model, when
I know.
the drug dealer,
I
like,
mean, he uses drugs, he sells drugs, he abuses women, he manipulates people. And I'm not even talking about physically abusing women. I told you the mental abuse, I mean, I would rather been beaten every day of my life than go through the mental I went through. I can't even describe it.
And really all that matters is you look good. That's all that matters. It don't matter what you do to look good. It matters fucking how you look, right?
yeah, it's just mind blowing, I mean, his intimidating.
Gosh, my trainer's sitting here that he is ready for me, and he's
Okay.
tapping at his watch, so I got to cut it short. But if there's anything we miss, like, feel free to message me and use any of that for the interview, and if I think of anything else, I'll
Amy,
message you too.
Amy, I think we covered everything, and I hope this will open people's eyes. And your closing words, is there anything else you want to say, or you think like everything has been said?
I think everything has been said.
Okay.
But if I think of anything, I'll message you and let you know.
Okay, Amy, I wish you a blessed day, and thank you so much for helping me, to finish this project. And thank you so much for also opening, the kids' eyes, because I know you definitely helped them with that. So I wish you a blessed day, a good workout, and God bless you, Amy. And we're going to stay in contact, okay? No matter what.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have a blessed day.
Okay, have a good one. Thank you. Bye-bye.
I'm around 260 in that video. Piana is around 280. Observe our forearms are visually the same size. That should tell you that the rest of my body ain't artificial or stuffed, but I'm proud to say it's all natural. And it is not Photoshop. Roll the clip.
And we're gonna see who's stronger. Long motherfucker.
Oh, your traps look so big. Well, 'cause I got huge traps. That's what you need in fighting to protect your jaw. And it is not Photoshop. Roll the clip.
The Prophet Muscle will take the stunts on celebrities to the
treasure to the bone and make your enemies go home without steroids or supplements or any drugs. I'm a lifetime natural. Absolute trust on that. Get the warrior training program.
That's some big arm shoes. Yeah.
This boy's a strong motherfucker. Yeah.
What you said?
And he's a fighter.
How come in real life when I flexed my biceps right in front of your face, you had the best view than everybody else on the planet? And you were marring at my biceps when I flexed it. But now all of a sudden, behind the camera with your bodyguard, you talking about it's all stuffed. What's wrong with you, man? And I don't tolerate that. What is that? What is that stuff with? Hey. Oh. What? Is that a muscle? Yeah. Okay. Oh. What is that? No, that can't be real. That can't be real. What is that? Oh. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh. What is that? Is that real? Huh? Told you don't play with me. Okay. Those forearms don't lie. Told you it's real, didn't I?
So there you go. Just
It takes blood, sweat, and tears to attain that level of skill. To be able to punch fast with the right technique. And flip all over the place. It takes years of pure hard work to be able to achieve it. No amount of steroids will help you to do kip-ups, flips, punching super fast. It can only be achieved through hard work, determination, dedication, preparation, self-education, no abdication, sacrifice, and believe in God. And that should let y'all know that I worked very, very hard to build my physique.
We trained outside. Floyd was there.
I know that.
You know that, right?
I know that. Well, I said.
We trained even outside. They kicked me out. I said, Floyd, let's train outside. I was sleeping in the car.
Came outside, dude.
Right.
All right.
Shoot, I was sleeping for over 2 years in a car. And during this time, I was still training with Roger Mayweather in front of the gym because I couldn't pay. And that's why we trained in front of the gym. I didn't have enough money to eat, but I was still training in front of that gym with Roger Mayweather. And boy, it gets hot in Las Vegas. That's how dedicated I was with God. Ask him.
Good work. Catching it on now? Catch on now, so.
No matter where we train, just train.
So, what I'm telling you, I don't pick and choose about what another motherfucker say about you, because that ain't my thoughts about you.
I was sleeping in the car.
Well, you was in the car, well, you wasn't in the car. The thing of it was is that I knew you, and I had a chance to know you. And since I had a chance to know you, I see what kind of good person you were. Boom, that was it.
Piana pussy, that's how I'm gonna knock you out cold. This fight must happen for the people, or I will hunt you again and fight you. You'll be the example that hard work always beats steroids. Oh, you sound different. I use a different accent in every goddamn video for entertainment purposes. Roll the clip.
Go, immigration.
Hey, you in immigration, you can't even speak the language.
Don't worry about nothing. I ain't gonna play for them no more. Okay. No. You know, I need some gas, my man. Okay. I'll play for the LA Clippers. You know what I'm saying? And I have some of that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You racist? No? Why? I can talk like you too.
Excuse me, are you racist, sir?
Excuse my white boy. You heard about that racist story with the Clippers?
Yeah.
I'll play for the Clippers.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I need some gas. Good looking.
You got it, brother.
What's up, man?
I would like to get some gas, please.
Sorry, he's not a main guy, he's
Tu parles français?
Ouais.
Ouais? Please, my brother. I'm from too.
Where?
Paris. À Paris. Champ de Gaulle. Une Côte d'Azur, très jolie. forgot my debit card. C'est pour ça. Suburbs.
African people.
Yeah. No black people allowed to the Staples Center. Negro? You said Negro?
No, I say good night.
Oh. You're not racist. Oh, okay. Bye. Merci beaucoup. I'm just asking you a question. You racist too? Damn. You know what I'm saying? That ain't right, man. No, you calling the police? We're Americans, man. I said we good now, white and blacks. Just say something, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that way works.
Excuse me, sir. I would like to get. Can you please talk to me? Please.
I'm talking to you. I'm talking like you talk.
Excuse me, sir. I would like to talk to you about. Let's go together to Beverly Hills, and go to Adventure and buy some superior cars. Sir, please. I'm talking like you right now. Superior. Germans are superior car.
It's not about being black or white. We all brothers. I'm from immigration. I got ID right there. 50 coming here.
I don't see any ID.
Okay, let's come. Right there. Motherfucking Benz. Fuck Benz. Too much money. Good fight, the Roger Mayweather. Okay. Don't take steroids. No, this is just material stuff. Yeah. You guys fighters?
Fighter.
Let's fight outside. Medium change strikeless rights, which you only get the coconut oil. I'll wait for you outside, motherfucker. Skinny motherfucker. Shh. You got problem? No. Okay. Righteousness being with God. Don't I do whatever, I'm fighter. Why you cursing?
The security of where?
Security of monster. Go. I'm fighter. Fighter. Professional.
That the video starts off 45 minutes later, goes back to the beat. It's just completely chopped and edited. My voice is dubbed. They're putting my voice in places where it didn't happen.
Ain't nobody dubbed your voice. Here is the proof from 2 camera angles. Read his lips. Piana is a certified pussy.
Let's wrestle. I just want to see if there's. That's a big arm too.
Yeah. A fighter is always going to be tougher than a bodybuilder. You know that. Bodybuilders don't fight. They wait.
You know what? So
you know who I am?
I want Piana. So I don't know. You know what I mean? Who's stronger? Fighter? I'm heavyweight. You heavyweight. Yeah. You 225? You 225?
A little more. Yeah.
You 280?
Yeah, about 270.
All right, you heavyweight. Let's go.
Yeah. I'm not a fighter. I'm just someone that works out, bro.
For real?
Yeah, for real.
So you don't want to fight?
No, I don't want to fight, dude. I have better things to do. I'm gonna go make some money.
Well, ain't good. You know?
You've been working out your whole life? A whole lot. Damn. How about you?
Same thing. Let's go. I'm a fighter. I'm Mayweather's fighter. No, for real. I'm for real.
I'm joking with you, bro.
No. Let's go.
I'm joking with you.
Let's go in the bag.
Why would you want to do that?
I just want to see, because you take central steroids, stuff like that.
Ever. Yeah.
You can't train speed.
Ever.
Yeah.
Natural ability and genetics is always going to beat it. Man.
Yeah.
So
hard work. Right now?
Yeah. Well, I can.
Slap box, huh?
Sensitive.
Huh?
Fucking phone anyway.
What you gonna say now, huh? Just be honest and come forward and tell people, yeah, I was scared. I was scared to death. That's what a real man does.
Mr. Prophet Muscle, I accept your challenge.
I was literally in front of you and told you, let's fight. And you backed down. But now you want to fight? All right, let's do it. But don't act just tough with your bodyguard behind the camera. We got to do it in real life.
And we're in Metroflex right now. We're in front of the cage, all right? I know that you come to this gym and work out once in a while, so you're very familiar. This is actually more your home than my home, so let's do this shit at your home.
Piana, explain to the people, why did you lie about me training in that gym? Why? Because you was a snake, like your girlfriend told everybody. I never been in that gym. Ask my boy, Mike Rashid. You're so good at manipulating people's minds, but I will put a stop to it.
There's a guy in the first video that's in a suit, all right? Well, that guy called me, set up a meeting at Chipotle for a reality TV show. We sat at Chipotle for 2 hours talking about a reality show. That guy was in on this with Profit Muscle. So that's how they got me to Chipotle.
Why is you lying again and saying the guy in the suit was my friend?
Was they had a reality show that they already want me for this reality show. It's already, the production company already wants me. He just wants to go over everything with me. It's a done deal, blah, blah, blah. Of course, I showed up.
How would I know a person from your reality show, huh? Explain that to people.
And, it's one of those things that, it's a little too good to be true. It doesn't happen like that. But I showed up, we talked about it. He gave me a bunch of bullshit about, it's a done deal. This, they're going to pay you that, they're going to pay you this. It was all bullshit. Walk out of Chipotle, Profit Muscle comes up. The guy that I had to interview with tells me, hey, this guy's trying to set you up. Don't fall for it, Rich. Don't fall for it. He's trying to set you up. Don't fall for this shit.
If he was my friend, why would he be warning you? Huh? A lie should have a good memory. Remember that. And we breeds contempt.
Look, there's a guy in a suit, a white guy he's not there in the beginning, but then all of a sudden he appears later in the video. Well, later in the video was the beginning, because the video is all chopped up and edited to make it look different than it really was.
Why is you lying? The guy in the suit was right in the beginning with you when you came out from Chipotle. Watch the clip. What you gonna say now, Piana, huh? People, can't you all see this guy is just making up stories to not look like a pussy? That's what it's all about. Just making excuses.
The video that Rich Piana did with Big Alex at Metroflex is bullshit. The true Rich Piana, okay? The true fuckboy that he is, alright? Where he was at Metroflex with Big Alex, he tried to change the story around, saying that it was a setup. This guy at Chipotle was a part of it. Him and Profit Muscle were together. They set him up. And let me ask you guys something. How many of you guys out there, let me give you a scenario, all right? Somebody accuses you of a murder, all right? Are you not gonna say something about that? Are you not gonna say, hey, I didn't do it, I'm not guilty? Isn't that something that you would, that comes second nature, all right? But in the entire video, if you can watch it again, Rich Piana talks about the video being chopped up, this and that, and he was set up, but he didn't say anything. Now, if that was me, if I was being set up and my name was being blackened or blackballed or whatever it may be, or slandered, I would say something. I'm not gonna just sit and take a beating for no reason whatsoever. All right, and that's why I think his story that he gave in that video at Metroflex is a bunch of shit. All right, he's trying to concoct some story saying that, oh, I was set up and all that. If you were set up, you would have spoke on it, okay? You're a businessman, Rich. And businessmen and women don't put themselves in situations where they can't get out of, okay? Especially people that have brains in their head. And I know you're one of them. You have a brain in your head.
Even in Louis Marcus' interview, you told people I would beat the shit out of you. Your exact words.
A lot of people are mentioning, the Prophet, the Prophet guy that did the video, the boxer from the UK. You see that video? It's like 3 million hits or something where...
Exactly, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so a lot of people are, saying, well, you wouldn't fight that guy, but you're gonna suck this and, why didn't you fight that guy? But to me, it's obvious that if any professional fighter or anyone that's trained to fight comes up to me on a nice, wonderful sunny day when I'm just leaving Chipotle after eating, 2 burritos, and they want to fight me, and they're a trained fighter, I'm obviously not going to take them up on that. That doesn't make any sense to me. Obviously, a trained fighter, I'm not going to have a chance against him. He's done nothing to me. I've done nothing to him. I have no anger.
Huh? Guess what? Guess where I'm from?
Oh, serious? I'm joking with you.
Let's go in the bag.
Yeah.
I know who you are. You feel me?
If any top fighter threatened my wife, threatened me, and was doing that, then yeah, I would handle it the same exact way, and if it's a ghost fighter, I'd probably get the shit kicked out of.
All right, Rich.
And now all of the sudden, you acting all tough with your bodyguard behind a camera? That ain't a real man.
I'm gonna fuck you up, and I'm not talking shit, I'm just saying that's what's gonna happen.
Real men coming real live and confront you like I did.
Let's wrestle. something. I just want to see if there's... Like I did in a parking lot. That's exactly what you asked for.
When people don't understand that how much weight you lift and what you're doing in the gym doesn't mean shit, like I tell people, is what the fuck you can do in the parking lot if someone has a problem with you. Fuck these weights.
Let's wrestle. Something. I just want to see if there's...
I wasn't gonna bow down.
Why didn't you say anything in public when I was right in front of you? In real life, you were literally pissing in your pants. That's what you did. Everybody can call me out behind a camera with his bodyguard. A 5-year-old can call me out with his bodyguard.
My boy here every moment will flog you up and down the place. That's what you're the king of. With these muscles, I'll box you. You think you're mad, don't you? You think you're mad? Come, please. You dirty, innocent bastard. Fight me. Come on, right now, right here.
But it takes a real man to come in real life.
But, you know, fine, I'll get in the ring and I'll fight you. And I'm going to fuck you up until someone taps out or someone gets knocked the fuck out, or until Alex decides the fight needs to be stopped. Let Alex know Alex is going to referee. That's why he's here in the video, because he's going to be the referee. He's going to be in there. You're going to give it to Alex.
This problem is between me and you. Why are you sitting next to another man and doing a video about me and you? Why? That ain't what a real man does. A real man solves the problem by himself. Everybody got goons. Ain't nothing special about that. You need another man to feel like a real man.
The whole thing is rigged in Rich Piana's favor. Rich Piana comes on camera with some dude who's about 400 pounds in MMA. Do you really think for 1 second when the fight goes down, let's say Rich Piana takes a couple of shots, do you really think that big guy is there by accident? No, man, that big guy is going to rip Profit Muscle off Rich Piana the second he starts winning. Just tell Profit Muscle to get on camera and said, I gave you 72 hours. Because he did. He said 72 hours, and you did not answer the call until after 72 hours.
You're very good around a secure network of your own people that you pay off, all right? Or pay for to have your back, all right? Big Alex, I think you paid him off. That MMA fighter, the 127-pounder that you made a video about, or a video with, talking about you'll have him fight the Profit Muscle. I mean, it's crazy, man. Own up to your own shit, man. Be the man that you say you are. It's about you. It's about you. And that's how you need to handle it, man. It's about you. Not coming up with fictitious stories, talking about you a setup, not bringing all these other 5% of crew members in there, and now putting it out and holding your chest high like you so high and mighty, man.
Or your YouTube, because I'm sure you want to try to make more money with more views by using my name to make money. This is what it's all about, is making money for you.
Piana mentioned is all about views for me. Don't be a hypocrite. You dropped 2 videos in a week. So obviously you make a lot of money with that.
Bring money to me.
Rich Piana has put 2 videos out now.
I was talking about it. He's all about trying to make this money. What are you doing, man? You're also profiting off of all of this, man. Your views are going up. You're getting more and more money each time you put out a video. So why are you trying to down the Profit Muscle for trying to make money when you're doing the exact same thing, man? He's a businessman, you're a businessman. Have respect for that.
That edited video that Profit Muscle put out was a very, very convincing video that Rich Piana is a bad guy. It really, really can impact his name.
Yeah, want views to approach as many people as possible to deliver the positive message, the right message.
Anyone, which, you know, we all know a true fighter, that's how they are. They have nothing to prove, and they don't have to go around talking about how good of a fighter they are and, you know, telling everyone how great of a fighter they are, because they know how good of a fighter they are.
I am the greatest.
You see the footage of him fighting. He shows it just about every video. So he does have, Profit Muscle does have some credentials. That being said, right, it doesn't look good for Rich Piana.
Pussy, you will fight me or I will hunt you and make you lick oil. Piana pussy, that's how I'm gonna knock you out cold. This fight must happen for the people or I will hunt you again and fight you. You will be the example that hard work always beats steroids. Real man solve the problem one-on-one.
I would say the Profit Muscle is going to win, and the reason why I say that is because check this footage out real quick.
Push him. Casi. Ya, tiempo, suave. No. Tiempo, señor. Lo botó. Are you okay, man?
Lo botó, lo sacan a Richie, está agotado obviamente por el enfrentamiento. No. Are you okay, man? Yeah, really? Yeah, are you good? Are you okay, Richie? Really? Hey, you alright? Really? You want the doctor to watch your foot? Hey, vamos.
I say Rich Piana loses to Prophet Muscle via submission, and that's my fight for the call. Prophet Muscle's a real dude.
You want to step into the ring with this guy, Prophet Muscle? Man, you're not going to last 5 minutes with this guy in the ring.
Didn't I wrote you private messages to make the fight happen? Didn't I? I tried to contact you in private. And that's how real fights are gonna be made. Real fights are negotiated behind closed doors and not over YouTube or Instagram. But we're gonna do it over Instagram and YouTube, so you ain't got no excuse. The only reason why I haven't seen you yet is because of this fight. I don't let no man play with my reputation.
So we have a fucking drone helicopter that's flying above our property. And you can see it hovering right there. And
you can hear it. It's like a bunch
we
of
don't know if
bees.
it has to do with us or not.
Just make sure to confirm the fight on your YouTube or Instagram. Your ex-girlfriend already exposed you. She lived with you for almost a decade. That says it all.
I hope you all finally realize that Piana is not a good person. Beating up a woman ain't right. I want to promote natural bodybuilding and fighting. Woman beater Piana just confirmed the fight. And don't try to come back and brainwash the people into thinking that you're a good guy. Because you're not. Those pictures don't lie. Those pictures where you beat up your girlfriend don't lie. Man, women lie. Pictures don't lie. I hope your people are smarter and don't let Piana brainwash you into thinking that he's a good guy, because that's exactly what he's gonna do in his next video. Morality is the weakness of the brain. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Rich Piana and Prophet Muscle. These two generate more revenue than what happened with Daniel Cormier and John Bone Jones. See if Rich Piana can actually back up his bullshit.
Sometimes you gotta be belligerent to get people's attention, to deliver the positive message. Negative people need drama like oxygen. Stay positive, it will take their breath away. My man, I got you some organic bananas, certified organic bananas. You know, natural sugar, fructose. Don't eat none of that high fructose corn syrup. You know, it kills people. That's what causes diabetes. You heard? And y'all just eating McDonald's. Your perception is a misconception because of media deception. No sex, no drugs, no clubs, no party, just hard work, determination, dedication, preparation, no application, self-education, sacrifice, and belief in God.